So, it's time for Republicans to get serious about ending the shutdown. So today, Democrats will introduce a bill that would extend the SNAP funding and WIC to make sure no child goes hungry, no family goes without food, no lapse will happen. And it will get broad, if not universal, support in our caucus, and we will try to get it passed on the floor. We will try to get it passed on the floor. Bottom line, it's time for Republicans to start getting serious about ending this shutdown before families lose their health care, their food, and their faith that the president, that leaders will deliver for them. Look, on November 1st, people in more than 30 states are going to be aghast when they see their bills, and they're going to cry out. And I believe there will be increased pressure on Republicans to negotiate with us.
Federal employees in the United States will soon miss their first full pay as a result of the government shutdown. Many of them are calling on the government to break the stalemate.
The second longest government shutdown in history continues with no end in sight. Millions who rely on SNAP benefits to feed themselves are preparing for them to run out on November 1st.
I can't afford the stuff at the store.
House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries is calling on the White House to fund SNAP if the government doesn't reopen in time.
The Trump administration has the resources now, including through an emergency contingency fund that has about $5 billion in it.
Democrats opposed a measure that would pay federal workers who are still forced to show up. People like air traffic controllers will miss their first full paycheck in a few days. Workforce shortages have already been causing flight delays, and now future employees are bailing from the FAA Academy.
They're asking themselves, why do I want to go into a profession where I could work hard and have the potential of not being paid for my services?
Democrats are still holding out for an extension of Obamacare subsidies. Millions of Americans could see their insurance costs skyrocket. The clock is ticking, with open enrollment starting in a week.
The crisis has grown worse because of Republican inaction over the last several weeks.
While the shutdown standoff continues into next week, Senate Democrats plan to force votes on reversing President Trump's tariffs.
In the US, the nearly month-long government shutdown is affecting air travel. Safety concerns are rising after airports across the country report major staffing shortages.
Thousands of flights have been delayed this weekend as airports across the country deal with staffing shortages.
There's going to be a lot less people coming in as people are going to be running out of money.
Oksana Kelly is a TSA agent in Orlando. Right now, she's not getting paid because of the government shutdown. Yet she still has to show up to work because TSA agents and air traffic controllers are considered essential employees. But many are having to call out sick because they say they simply can't afford to pay for things like gas or childcare costs.
If I have nowhere to leave my kids, how am I going to come to work?
According to flight tracker site FlightAware, more than 5,000 flights were delayed Saturday. More than 500 were canceled. Many of those delays are being blamed on staffing shortages.
We've gone up as high as 53% of the delays have been because of staffing shortages. And that number moves every single day.
It's frustrating some passengers.
I'm flying today on sheer faith.
They probably just need to come to an agreement and reopen the government.
Since the shutdown began October 1st, more than 250 FAA facilities have reported staffing problems. That's more than 4 times the number reported during the same period last year. The longer the shutdown lasts, the more financial pressure it puts on these workers.
That leads to an unnecessary distraction, and they cannot be 100% focused on their jobs, which makes this system less safe every day that this shutdown continues.
Travelers are being warned to expect longer security lines and to monitor their flights for any changes. All of this with less than a month to go before the busy holiday travel season.
You know what? You should have listened to the polls, Kamala, because you have consistently done terribly in the polls. And if you weren't from California, you would have never been elected to anything. And when even Californians were given the choice between Kamala and other candidates, they picked other candidates when he came to being the Democrat nominee. So, yeah, California, one-party state at the moment, and it produces politicians of Kamala's calibre. It would be an enormous gift for the Republicans if she runs again. I disagree with you, James. I can't see her agreeing to be Newsom's running mate. She's already been a presidential candidate. She's already served as a VP. She would see that as demoralising, as degrading. So I just can't see her. But then what other options are there at the moment?
Well, what other options are there?
For her.
For her, even if it's not Newsom at the top, if it's somebody else, and again, 2 or 3 years, long time in politics, a lot of things can happen. But as you say, there's not a lot of options for her. Where does she go next? Her book is a flop. Nobody wants to read this thing. This thing is going to be on the remainders pile at Target, next week. So where does she go? And it may have to be that she does that again simply to keep some sort of viability. What's she going to do? Is she going to go into the Senate? No. Is she going to go sit on boards and do something like that? No. Her speaking tour is ridiculous. I mean, the thing that she was real estate last time. This time she's coming out for a convention that's organized for the public service. So she's going to be speaking to a bunch of New South Wales public servants, which is like great use of my council rates there. Fantastic, wonderful, well done. So I don't think she has a lot of options. If a VP slot came up, whether with Newsom or somebody else, she'd have to take it. Now, of course, that vice presidential slot, too, is going to be where there's going to be, again, that big diversity push. So the other possibility also is that AOC winds up coming up and taking a vice presidential slot.
Oh, that would be hilarious.
Very.
I will never stop laughing if she is the candidate. Let me make a prediction here. I think it doesn't matter who the Democrats run, because J.D. Vance has this. He's going to be elected in 2028, 100%. 2032. This is going to be a golden run for the Republic. J.D. Vance is the perfect politician. He has the absolute support of the MAGA base. They adore him. He is Donald Trump plus 20%. He is more staunch than Donald Trump in just about every belief. He's a better politician. He's better at handling arguments, handling even the media, as good as Donald Trump is at that. J.D. Vance just meticulously dismantles them, and you end up feeling sorry for them because he's just so much smarter than the people he's tackling. Beautiful family, one of the few genuine nice guys from all accounts in DC, which is supposed to be a rarity. So he's got everything going for him. And it's just a matter of who's the running mate. And again, the Republicans have got a lot of depth here. You've got the likes of Ron DeSantis, who's a brilliant politician, has done amazing things in Florida. You've got Marco Rubio, who's got so many jobs and is doing them all well, and several others beneath them who are also contenders. So that's what the Democrats really have to find. At the moment, they've got their most radical elements setting the agenda. The ones you keep hearing about are the AOCs and Bernie Sanders and Jasmine Crockett and the Squad. The really radical wing of the Democrats is running the show for them, and it's hurting them. They need to find someone who's electable. Newsom has a lot going for him. As terrible as he is as in governing, he's got charisma. The media adore him. He's going to get a golden run, but you only have to look at California to see what America would look like under Newsom, and it's not pretty.